Now you're listening to wrestling news that matters from people you want to hear it from, deep from within the confines of the internet. Covering WWE like no one else and covering TNA because no one else will. You are listening to the best in the world, Ring Rust Radio!
Brad Maddox.
I got 141 and 2/3 chance of winning.
Radio, the best goddamn wrestling radio show on Spreaker, on the internet, in the whole goddamn universe, folks. Oh, I'm your host, the most Donald Wood. Looking fine to feel fine up, baby. Ooh, Mike, what did I just do?
Shook your ass.
Nope, I did the Enzo Amore.
Shit your ass.
I shit my ass. How did you know? Mike, can I tell you what I've been drinking lately? 40s of Miller High Life.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't you tell us that last week?
I don't know.
Yeah, but I think that would have been off air.
I drank so many that I don't know anymore. I shit my britches, I heard. Call me.
You gotta have a lot of 40s to shit your britches.
You only need 3, apparently. Guess what? Call me Dixon Span, because I be shitting Span. Come on, dude.
Damn.
That wasn't him. That was a guy he knew who
was
happened
dehydrated.
to have electrolyte deficiency.
He was
He
talking
knows
about...
the specifics of the situation, but it wasn't him.
That's the kind of reporter he is, folks. He got to the bottom.
Brass tacks, interviewed subject.
He got to the bottom of that
Brass
dirty
tacks.
bottom, dude. What a fucking sleuth, dude.
What do you know about this guy dropping a load in his pants?
That's him talking
He's like
in
old-time reporter.
that's him in the rundown motel mirror. He's like, I don't know. Brandon Galvin, how about that schedule?
Yeah, we're going to review WWE and AEW. We have Dirt Sheet Busters, and Mike Carr brings us the lies and rumors going around pro wrestling, tells you why they're fucking dumb, and Donnie's a bitch. We have the fantasy standings updates, got fan emails, so much more.
I gotta tell you, I'm real fucking busy today, so I don't think I'm sticking around after I get my opinions out here.
You're gonna miss a lot of lies from WrestleVotes, I'm just letting you know.
I gotta tell you, that's one of the reasons I'm embarrassed. I got caught. I got caught in my pants. Remember there's a period of time where I was thought to be WrestleVotes?
That might be mentioned.
I'm not sticking around. Mike Curie?
Guys, get us anywhere you get your podcasts. Interact with us on Twitter at @RingRustRadio. If you want to email us to be part of the show, send to ringrustradio@yahoo.com. Also, buy our merchandise, prowrestlingtees.com/ringrustradio. Support us at patreon.com/ringrustradio. Oh, by the way, Coach Dick! Dick. Patreon.com/ringrustradio. You can hear ad-free episodes, sign up for fantasy drafts and brackets, make us watch wrestling-related pay-per-views and movies, and so much more. Also, check out Ring Rust Radio on YouTube for updated clips in Triple R Gaming. Donnie, BG, and fans of the show have been playing different games like Among Us, Fall Guys, and Dead by Daylight each week, posting early access on patreon.com/ringrustradio well before it hits YouTube. If you're interested in joining a session, email ringrustradio@yahoo.com. Donnie, I saw you, begging people to come play video games with you recently, and then somebody owned you in the comments. Care to comment?
I'm not aware of this. What is that?
BG?
I'm aware of it.
What was it again? I actually legit don't know what we're talking about.
Yesterday at 2:20 p.m., he said, Saturday, September 7th, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, Among Us. Let me know if interested. Fucking fake-ass AEW fan over here is a pay-per-view.
Oh, I'm not really worried about that. I don't watch pay-per-views live. And you know what the best part is? Got a whole bunch of other people who were... You know what I was thinking about doing? All of us paying our rightful prices and watching it together. Certainly not streaming it.
I'll tell you what.
Good.
Your best odds of making sure people are not busy is when a fucking pay-per-view is on.
I thought they would be busy going out instead of watching it.
No, there's just anything better to do, including playing video games with you.
It's kind of unfolded a little bit, pretty poorly there. Can I say, Mike, when you grieve, what is it? stages of grief. Is that correct?
Could be.
I think it's somewhere around there.
Give or take.
The YouTube channel dying. We've literally listened. Someone
It's
pointed
already
us out.
been dead.
Well, someone pointed to me. Yeah, of course. But I mean, like, I'm still grieving about it. It's still technically like the memory's still there. It's still going, but it's dead inside. Somebody pointed out that it sounds like I'm going through the stages of grief on the air. First, I blamed the fans. I was angry. You know what I mean? Then I was just sad. Like,
Yeah,
I didn't
that
give a
is true.
single shit.
Did you ever blame anybody except the fans?
No, well,
You ever
no,
blame yourself?
no. At first, I was like, maybe it's something I'm doing. Then I did everything I could, and I was like, it must be them, right? So, right now, I've accepted it. I'm like, whatever, man, having fun with it, y'all. Get a couple more in. Been great having you. And I think what made me accept it so well is I've actually spent more money on like games and shit than we made because we made $0 fucking dollars. So my accountant's like going over the quarterly stuff with me today, and he's like, "Hey, so it seems like you're taking quite a loss with this." I was like, "Yeah, it's almost like every dollar I've spent has been completely in vain." And we had a good laugh about it, and he said, "Well, your taxes will be lower this year, so that's a plus." So that's a plus for this.
Dude, you got 3 views the other day. Stop playing fucking Baldy, or whatever the fuck this is.
Yo,
What's
first
Baldy?
off, that's a scary
Baldy
game.
kills
You're-
Donnie, and Matt sucks, and Baldy's basic.
That's true!
educational learning.
I thought I
hell
was
is
going to...
Baldy?
Yeah, that's what people are looking
Baldy's
for,
an
but-
educational... Listen, let me tell you something. I simply don't care anymore. I've accepted it. It is what it is. I'm playing whatever
Why are
I
you
want.
playing educational games at
It's a horror
39
game.
years old?
It's a horror game. It's actually a scary horror game. So,
It's not scary at all.
I mean, like, for you, math was very scary for me.
So,
Wait, it's math?
There is math, constant math in it.
That's even worse.
Yo,
Oh
you
my
get to
God,
watch
why would
me
you play
struggle
that?
with some basic ass math, and then some satanic
Is that
teacher
this
beats
game
me
that
to
looks
death.
like complete fucking shit?
Yes. Yep. Yep.
Why would you play this?
Because I love it. In a weird
Of
way,
all
I loved
things.
it. I love it. If someone
I
recommended
college
it to me.
football.
yo, we only got 9 views when we beat Outlet. That's some bullshit.
Yeah, I know, dude. Yo, our
We
full-ass
spent
episodes
so
are
much
going
time
down.
doing that.
I know. Don't even get me started, dude.
Are we beginning to think that maybe people don't like the people who are delivering
Yes.
the content?
Yes. It is
I
us. It is me.
No, it is you. Yeah, there you go.
It's me.
Yeah.
I'm
There you
okay with that. Yo, Taylor was right. I'm the problem. It's me. And that's fine. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with it. But we got to talk WWE and AEW regardless of how you feel about us. So let's do that.
We're gonna put this all in order. From LW to Dark, we about to have a discussion about the one true sport. Who's selling the finish? Does this make sense in the art? Tell me who botched, who rocked, who's cashing in on the marks. These takes are uncut, man, they're pure and they're raw. Blow up like dynamite, have you smacked down on the floor. On a collision course with the #1 source. Now let's head back to the ring for the latest report. Ring rust.
Alright guys, time to talk AEW and WWE. I could not be more excited for the upcoming All Out pay-per-view. But before we get
Why
to
does it
talking
feel like
about...
you're reading that off something?
That you won't watch
Yo,
live.
you know what I'm reading it off of? My fucking heart, brother.
My heart.
My fucking heart,
I
brother.
fucking knew you'd say that.
21%, dude, 21%. No, so the deal is,
Nah, that's you and Joe, brother. You're
before we get to, I know, so I just like saying percentages because you guys have it, I don't have it.
You do have it. It's just a really bad percentage.
So that's I yell it. So that's why
It's someone that deserves you.
before we get rock hard with All Out, we got to get darn soft with Bash in Berlin, or as I called it, Trash in Berlin, and then our fucking the
is that
poop
gonna be
show.
your, YouTube title?
Hell yeah, dude. Oh, writing it down. No, because I want to get Bash in Berlin in there, so I got it. Bash in Berlin? Question mark. More like Trash in Berlin.
There you go.
There we go. Guess what? I'm good at this. Put my face next to it going, huh? No Mercy also sucked. I don't even give a shit what you say. It wasn't good. AEW, WWE,
That's not true.
and hold on. AEW had one of the greatest pay-per-views in human history, right? Yo, human history. And WWE's like, I gotta respond to it. They got 2 punches they can throw. Poop left, poop right. They're down on the mat, in the mud. You hate to see it. Man,
WWE
Tony
does not care
Khan
about
living
responding
high,
to
baby.
AEW. AEW is
Woo.
irrelevant to what WWE is doing.
Woo! Yeah, well, guess what? They should care, because he just got KO'd in the mud. But we gotta talk about Bash in Berlin, which honestly, and I'm just gonna, you know what? Yeah, maybe I'm a little bit excitable right now, but I will say this in the bottom of my heart. We said it was going to be a house show, and my God, did it feel like a house show, dude. This was fucking super mid. I did not enjoy this show very much at all.
The show was very
Are you
good.
serious?
I'm 100% serious. Match quality I enjoyed that main
thought it
event.
was
I thought
great.
was slow and plotting, but I
Oh my
did
God!
enjoy
Why do you keep going to this with Randy and Gunther?
I'm just saying,
Slow and
I just
plotting.
don't think the chemistry between Orton and Gunther is as good as I
It's
thought it was
through
going to
the
be.
fucking roof.
Dude, I prefer the matches with Edge and fucking Randy Orton.
Well, that was the greatest wrestling match of all time.
I mean,
Okay,
I don't even
forgot.
agree with that, and I like those matches.
God. Cody and Kevin Owens,
No,
I thought
Cody
was
and
not
Kevin
as
Owens.
good.
What?
I did. I didn't think it was as good as I thought it was going to be. It really
It was
wasn't.
an excellent match.
The ladies' match was mid as fuck, and I thought the mixed tag match sucked.
Really?
The mixed tag match did not suck. That was very fun.
The CM Punk and Drew McIntyre match and with the lights, I was look at me.
Oh my God, the fucking lights.
Look at me.
Bro.
It could have
What
been
was
so
it?
much better than it was.
I'm
and it was
just
still a
saying.
great match.
I'm just saying.
Fucking blood feud. How we're gonna sell this for fucking 8 months? Hey, go touch the fucking turnbuckle.
No, we got Hell in a
The
Cell
thing with
coming up.
that
We
is,
got Hell in a
like,
Cell coming up.
Kidding
That
me?
when they did that, I'm like, okay, they're gonna do like like Punk's gonna win in a fluky fashion, and that's why they did that. He didn't. He won like decisively. So it's like, why did you even have to have that?
I was so mad that when those lights
Very
showed.
bizarre. Again, it was a great match. It could have been fucking match of the year contender if they didn't have that.
It was Dookie.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to throw this out here, and you guys can go through as you please. Because,
Okay.
again, it was chalk. It was exactly what we said. It was what we thought it was going to be. And you're letting it off the hook, Mike! I'm just going to be simple. You can talk about any match you want as you go through here, but I'm going to do my match moment overall great because my shit's real simple. I thought the main event, while slow, I thought it was slightly better than Cody and Kevin Owens. So I gave it the edge. Favorite moment.
Edge?
Oh, you going to do that? You going to do it to me? Favorite moment was CM Punk kissing that dick bracelet. Overall
Had that
grade,
wrapped around his dong for weeks.
overall grade, legit 4 out of 10. Did not like it.
So same as always, guys. I thought this was a very entertaining pay-per-view. We talked about it. Yeah, it had a house show type feel because it's not that many matches. We pretty much know going in what the results are going to be, not expecting any major title changes. So that prevents it from being a real true top level pay-per-view. But, these types of pay-per-views that they're doing, they're still infinitely better than what the mid to low level pay-per-views used to be. Because at least now it's fun and it's entertaining to
No,
watch.
no. I'm not doing that.
Yes.
I'm comparing it to previous secondary pay-per-views that we've
so
had.
much
like
better
Armageddon
than
type
previous
things.
secondary pay-per-views,
Okay,
unless you go back to like
and
the
in more
Attitude
recent
Era.
years, I'm comparing it to other international shows, like the one in Australia, the one in France, and places like, and even Saudi Arabia. This wasn't even close to that, man. I don't know if
I don't agree
Germany's
with that
more,
at all.
I
I
don't
think
know if
this
Germany's like, und we don't like this as much as the others, but it wasn't as, I didn't enjoy it as much, nearly.
The crowd was great.
I'd love to know what you just said.
I
Yeah.
was saying, and listen to me.
The crowd was great in terms of
Went to
match
French.
quality. It's
Sorry.
right there with any of those pay-per-views you were trying to mention, better than a lot of them. So I really don't agree
Yeah, I
with
don't-
what
yeah.
you're saying.
Okay. I heard.
Right. I think that you had 3 really, really, really strong matches. The main event was fucking awesome. I thought Cody and Kevin Owens was great. I thought Punk and McIntyre, despite them limiting it by having that the red light, green light situation, was still a great match.
Green Line. Remember that from that Orlando
Yeah.
one, man? If I never hear
And
that
then-
fucking song.
Lunch Money Lewis.
Dude, that was awful.
And then Rhea and Priest versus Liv and Dominic. That was not meant to be a fucking quote-unquote 5-star match. That was meant to be a storyline match, and it was highly entertaining. And the crowd was probably as into that as anything besides, like, Gunther coming out.
Well, the Germans make a lot of mistakes. They're bad judges of character.
Well, that's the past. But I will say, like, Rhea and Priest against Liv and Dominic, I had so much fun watching that match. Like, Dominic is such a fucking great heel. Like, whenever he gets his comeuppance, people go crazy. Whenever he just shows up as on a microphone, people go crazy. People used to try to tell me, a dumbass on this show used to try to tell me that Hook was better than
Well,
Dominic.
Hook
this
is
year.
better.
He's not.
Hook,
as we've seen.
Dominic's getting better
As we've seen.
reactions, but Hook is a better all-around talent.
Better in general, as we've seen.
No, it's incorrect.
So, and then
He
Cody
could
and
kiss
Kevin
Liv
Owens,
better.
I thought. Huh?
I said he could kiss Liv better.
Cody and Kevin
George
Owens
would love
opening
that.
the show, I think, was a great choice. You obviously had to have Gunther and Randy Orton in the main event spot. So other than that, the best spot for Cody and Kevin Owens was the opening match, and thought they absolutely killed it. Kevin Owens was just fucking awesome. A reminder of why he deserves to be in these types of positions, why he should be close to the main event.
Perpetually a
vying for
top
titles.
guy. Agreed.
And I hope in the very near future he does get a world title again. Not in AEW, but in WWE. But he was great in this match.
Weird
Absolutely loved it.
caveat to just throw in there, though.
Well, because I thought you were going to say something because
Weird.
of
It's,
the rumors
it's
that
almost
his
like you're
contract-
shook, dude. Holy shit.
Because his contract's up soon. I thought you were going to say
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Punk and McIntyre.
Oh my god, and he's got ties to Shane McMahon when he takes over AEW.
I love how everybody was like, this John Moxley thing. As soon as it happened, they're like, it's Shane, baby, it's Shane.
Yeah, it
and then
is.
like a couple segments later, he's hanging out with Marina Shafir.
Yeah, hell yeah, because she needs a girl enforcer. She's tough as fuck.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Should try to get Omos from WWE, like when for Raw Underground.
How about Odyssey Jones? Can I get him?
Yeah, you can have him pennies on the dollar.
Yeah, I heard. Why is that? What
I-
was the report? Somebody was mentioning this to me that he was removed from the page and was crying.
So the allegation that Sean Ross Sapp put out there was allegations of domestic violence. He said he doesn't know when these came out, what the nature of them are, but that's the reason why he was removed from the roster page and
Yeah,
presumably gone from WWE.
Wow, that's. And then we got fucking Nikki Bella and fucking Artemis Simpson. He's fucking they're fucking bullshit. That's wild. Dude. What a bad week to be a fucking wrestling fan. Black eye on our fucking.
Bad week to be a domestic
sports.
abuser, as it is most weeks.
Yeah, I mean, unless you're into that, then it seemed like a good week if you were. You know,
I guess.
You're
A lot of
shit,
headlines.
dude. Yeah, but that seems horrible to be like. Are you for that or something?
Me?
Yeah.
No,
I
absolutely
don't know.
not.
You're a leftist. I don't know.
That's weird. Punk and McIntyre, again, I thought it was a great match. We all thought going in, like, they're not going to do the red light, green light. We believe that
Red
Triple H
light.
is going to get this right. Triple H! Hey, he can't bat 1,000 because he fucked this one up. It should have been.
I don't know why anyone thought this was a good
Pinfall
idea
or submission.
ever.
So
Should have been
dumb.
pinfall or submission.
I
mean,
just-
again, because the fact that you had the red light and the green light, it didn't even factor into the finish of the match. Like,
Why is
Punk-
there a red light?
Punk hit him with foot. I think the red light, green, like one of them represented green and one of them represented red.
They tape their
I
wrist
didn't-
like
You know what I
wrestling.
mean?
Remember that?
I
Remember
didn't
the
under-
wrestling? They would tape your wrist.
Right.
One's green, one's red.
That's what I garnered, like, as the match went on. That's what, because, like, we thought, we were like, okay, it turns green when you touch it.
Yeah, that's
What
what I
does
thought.
the red mean? But I think one of them, if they touch it, it turned red. The other guy touched it, it turned green, is what it was for.
You know what? It's all fucking dumb. It's unnecessary. And I
Yeah.
really thought CM Punk and Triple H had the fucking balls to stand up to Vinnie Mac.
Nope,
Evidently
still
they
pulling
don't.
the string. He's still behind the scenes. That's how I know. That's how I know for sure he still works there, because this shit happens sometimes.
I do not think that's
I
true.
want. He's fucking plowing a seamstress somewhere, but he's making time to fucking throw some shit in there.
But that to me was like the disappointment of the show, that they didn't just go in the direction we want to go. Luckily, hopefully, we're moving towards Hell in a Cell. But to me, what stole the show was Gunther and Randy Orton. This is the match I was most looking forward to. I thought that the first match was great, even though Donnie shit on it for no reason. I think this match was even better. The crowd was just so into this match. Gunther was over like crazy. They beat the fucking shit out of each other. This is everything I would want it to be in a match. Like, this is the style of wrestling I enjoy. Donnie can call it slow and plotting. I call it, letting things breathe, letting the crowd react to things, telling a story in the ring, targeting a body part, and then Gunther actually injuring his hand, which is a huge part of his offense because of his chops, and he's selling it. It's like he's in excruciating pain throughout every time he tries to do something with it. It's like, oh, he hits him with a big clothesline, but then the commentary puts it over like, yeah, it's still a good clothesline, but that's nothing compared if he didn't have this fucking injured hand, this injured arm. He would have put him out of commission. Like, that is great storytelling in wrestling, and we got that in spades in this fucking match. And then I thought it was cool, the aftermath of, the little show of respect, because that's really what, Gunther is about. The mat is sacred. So for him to give a nod to Randy Orton, I thought that was pretty cool. But that was my favorite match tonight by far. I'll say favorite moment was in the mixed tag team match when Rhea got Dominic in the head scissors because of how crazy the crowd went. I hope and pray that they're building toward eventually a one-on-one singles match between Rhea and Dominic, because that's going to get some of the most amazing reactions that we've seen in a WWE match in a long time. Overall grade, 8 out of 10.
That's crazy. So you gave All In 8.5 and this 8?
Yeah, I gave All In a slightly higher grade.
It's wild. That's wild.
It is wild.
So
I'm starting
again,
to,
when you
starting to
adjust- when you-
reconsider.
when
starting
you-
to reconsider
Yeah,
now,
that's
though.
cool. When you adjust points on your scale, it's unbelievable. Oh, my
I'm not
son,
Melts. I don't
my
adjust.
My son is home. My daughter's home. All right, BJ, your turn.
Really enjoy pay-per-views in the afternoon, I come to realize.
And when they're only 3 hours long or less.
Yeah, it definitely helps out. This obviously is a house show, as we predicted heading into it. I think it is a little bit difficult, though, when you only have 5 matches with strong stories, for the most part, heading into it, to have a bad pay-per-view, right? It's only 5. These are some of the best professional wrestlers in the world. They did show out in their matches, so I think it's a really good pay-per-view. It's a very entertaining watch. The mixed tag team match was very fun. I think that was Liv Morgan's probably best match, or at least my favorite match from her. CM Punk and Drew was a really good match, except for the red light, green light. That threw me off the entire thing. I was texting you, Mike, throughout the show, like, this fucking blows. I can't believe that they're doing this. It really, in my opinion, put a stain on this blood feud that we have going, and it just really fucking pissed me off. Bianca and Jay win tag team titles back. You guys predicted it because you gotta have a title change on these shows. Correct. Cody and Kevin Owens, I thought, was an excellent opener. I think that's one of the best openers of the year. I thought they had a fantastic match. I'm looking forward to seeing if they continue this and what they do moving forward. They had a lot of storyline playing into this match. I thought they did a great job selling it the night before on SmackDown. So I really want to see this continue. Gunther and Orton, excellent match. That's the match of the night. I do agree it was a bit slow, but I do appreciate when they're letting things be impactful. Like you said, Mike, they're telling a story throughout their moves, everything. Randy Orton's playing to the crowd. Gunther's playing to the crowd. So they did a ton of things that I really appreciate. I thought it was a great main event. This is a 7 out of 10 pay-per-view because I'm docking a full point for red light, green light bullshit.
Oh, man.
Okay. I went and saw my family when you were talking.
Oh, good.
Thanks, man.
Best conversation I've ever had with you, man.
Yeah.
Came back at the end of your
Donnie,
night. That was awesome.
I forgot to say best moment. Best moment was over, right? Fucking asshole. Liv Morgan.
Did you fall down the stairs when you went to see your family?
No, I don't know how your fat ass must struggle up and down steps all the time. You're like so
Not
scared
at all.
of steps.
But if my chair is situated on the ledge of a staircase with 20 stairs,
and
I'd
I
be a
got the
little
hips. I got the hips
I'd
to
be
control
concerned.
it. I've never fallen once. Will never fall. When I die though from this, you remember this conversation.
We'll say we warned you.
Also,
Yeah,
I was just notified here. I forgot to take note of the deaths that BJ forgot. He forgot deaths. You don't have anything to say here about it. But yeah, two deaths.
Let me know. Hit me with them.
BJ, anything to say here?
RIP.
2 more. Fair. That's actually a good one. Viano 5, Ray Mendoza.
Oh, I did see that.
Duh.
Oh, wow.
Remember we watched that Viano match?
Yeah.
It was like the 3 oldest Vianos they could find in a match against the Psycho Circus. Remember that?
It was one of the wildest fucking things I've ever seen in my life, dude.
I do remember the Vianos in
I
WCW.
remember
Like one of my favorite things at WCW was the Cruiserweight division, and just fucking random luchadors would show up.
Yep.
You never know when you were going to see them, what they were going to do, why they were there.
That's AEW.
Vianos, they were there.
Just described AEW. So,
Yeah, pretty much.
and Sonny King, old territorial wrestler.
I thought you were going to say Sonny Kiss. I was like, oh my god.
No, hell no. Doing something with Limp Bizkit last time I saw.
Sonny Kiss?
Sonny Kiss, yeah.
That's cool.
But yeah, so big star to Sonny King's family. And,
Like wrestling Limp Bizkit or doing a song with them?
Actually,
Okay,
like
cool.
dancing on stage, I know. It's all
Okay,
it's all
cool.
Dancing.
Wow.
So,
Put it all for the nookie.
honestly, I would.
I
Intercontinental Championship #1 Contenders Tournament. Jey Uso versus Pete Dunne versus Ilya Dragunov versus Braun Strowman. My dick
That was supposed to be Bronson Reed.
could be.
Then he got COVID.
Yeah, good. So the match is better.
No, it's not.
Speaking of Bronson Reed, Derek Lee looks like him. Doesn't he look like a fat Bronson Reed? Also, you totally said his name right. You totally said his name right. Now he's changing it.
I think we said,
Yep.
I mean,
Every way.
I think we got it.
I know, I did too. And he's like, Mike,
Every
if
way.
you tried 3 more times, you might have gotten it. It's like condescending motherfucker, dude. What are you even talking about?
just Buy the thing or whatever.
By the way, he was in Hawaii when he fucking did the video mocking us about this.
Wow.
So I go on Facebook. I want to post the fucking video and I want to go. And there was a big alert. And I was like, "What's this?" And it's a video directed at us. So I click on it and I was like, "Oh, Derek Lee." And he's like, "It's my name thing." I was like, "Oh, I'm very interested." And then lies come out of his mouth. Lies.
Bro thinks he's fucking The Rock or some shit, cutting a social media promo on Maui.
He was talking about The Rock. He's like, "Rock lives over there and I'm right here." And he just fucking puts sunglasses down and shit like he's fucking dunking on us. I'll never forgive. Mike, who you got? How's it shake out? D-Lo bread? D-Lo Brown style?
D-Lo bread.
D-Lo bread. D-Lo bread.
Look at the real right now.
Woo! And instead of rolling your neck, you're rolling your bread. This is good shit, dude. We're doing the D-Lo Brown rolls, dude. Oh shit, dude. This is accidental dumb shit that
is great.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
D-Lo bread.
I think it's very clear at this point that Jay is gonna win. My pick last week was Sheamus. I know BG definitely picked Jay. I don't listen to Donnie. Now it's very clear it's gonna be Jay because they even teased it with him and Braun having a little backstage interaction, which I like what they're doing. Like Braun saying like nobody in your family's ever whooped anyone in my family because it reminds me of WrestleMania 9 Head Shrinkers versus Steiner Brothers. So it's a pretty cool history that they have. But yeah, I'm going with what BG said last week at this point. I think Jay wins. I think he ends up getting screwed by the bloodline, and that helps kind of reunite Roman and Jay.
There you go. I agree with that. Because like the backstage segment
Good call,
when he's doing yeet, and they're yeeting, and Braun comes in and just immediately kills the entire vibe of it. He's just like, cool. So I really do enjoy that. So
Jay's living his best life. He's gonna get an IC title shot. He's gonna bang Rhea Ripley, but then the bloodline's gonna ruin it.
Well, no. Here's the deal. Here's the problem. Here's the problem with all that, though. Poor booking. He should be in AEW.
Sorry, Rikishi is like trying to ruin
Say
his son's life.
He's
like,
right.
don't have him interacting with Rhea Ripley. He's like, Dad, shut the fuck up.
Honestly, I would be pissing my father too.
Yeah.
I'm like, Dad, no offense, back up. Let me have this.
Back that ass up.
God, you don't get me. Oh God, he says that and he does back his ass up. That's how he punishes him. That's why he's into fat asses now. He's all kinds of twisted for him. Fucked up family.
Damn.
Wow.
Let's go to No Mercy, which I thought was also pretty mid. Pretty mid, dude. Also, again, my favorite
fun
guy,
show, but it's not something that we went in with a lot of expectations.
My favorite guy in NXT for the last couple months has been Obafemi. Okay? He's
awesome.
From top to bottom, he is my favorite guy.
Absolutely.
He's going to be one of the biggest stars in wrestling very soon.
He's awesome.
He does not miss.
No, but the problem was Tony D'Angelo sucks. Character-wise, awesome. Guy sucks. Not into this. And you ruined Obafemi, and
it was still even
else.
A fun match. I don't
whatever.
disagree that D'Angelo's not anything special in the ring, but it was still a good match.
Let me tell you something. What I expect out of Obafemi, this ain't. And with that said, it was doo-doo, poo-poo, poo-poo, doo-doo. Rosemary showing up was cool. That was cool before last week, so I enjoyed that. But again, can't win if you're in TNA when you're in fucking NXT. You know what I mean?
Well, that's not even true, actually.
Oh yeah, is it not?
Literally, fucking Zach Wentz beat Wesley.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, it's almost like he's already signed with NXT, probably.
I don't think so.
I think they're
he's
also
the TNA X Division champion.
Yeah, that means nothing because he's contracted to NXT. Joe Hendry, who should have won, also, you know. But that's okay. It's okay. AEW buried TNA, but NXT is such a fucking godsend, right? Okay.
So they've certainly benefited far more than they did.
I'm not gonna go fucking match by match by this stretch. Honestly, I take it or leave it.
Julia showed up.
Gulia did show up, and for that I'm excited.
That was my favorite moment. I'll say that.
That is my favorite moment as well. My favorite match.
That's the moment of the weekend.
My favorite match, still, with that said, is still the Omafemi match.
Really? Oh, I think the tag team match. Probably.
Wesley and Zach Wentz for me.
Yeah.
But I will say, Frazier and Axiom, in ring wise, they might be the best team going right now in wrestling. Like, they'll face a team that you're like, they have no business having a good match against fucking Chase U, and then they do. My hope is that maybe this first NXT on the CW, Motor City Machine Guns come in and they challenge Frazier and Axiom.
That'd be cool.
That'd be very cool.
Watch out for knees. Everybody's knees, be careful. Holy shit. So overall grade, I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 10.
What? I'm shocked. Real quick, I thought again, NXT pay-per-views are always entertaining. NXT is a show is always entertaining. This to me, I think, was the second straight pay-per-view though. Like we went in, it's kind of like an underwhelming card on the surface. Like not expecting anything fantastic to happen, but still delivers. To me, Wesley and Zach Wentz was my favorite match. Obviously longtime best friends, a lot of experience working with each other, had a lot of chemistry. Thought that was awesome. The tag team match would probably be my second choice though, because again, Frazier and Axiom always kill it. And I even really enjoyed the main event, Ethan Page and Joe Hendry. Ethan Page, not the best in-ring worker. Joe Hendry, I think, is more of a character guy than an in-ring guy. But I thought they made it fun. I thought Trick Williams' involvement was good. So I enjoyed that too. I would give it like a 6.5 out of 10.
Okay.
Again, not even close to one of NXT's best pay-per-views, but it was still fun.
It was a dookie show. It was a money grab, is what it felt like.
6.5 is a passing grade.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, for you. And that's why fucking D's get degrees, right?
For anyone.
No, not me, man. I was held to a higher standard.
You were?
Mm-hmm.
Is that why it took so long?
14 years. Okay. All right, now that we got the shit out of the way.
BG didn't make his pick.
Yeah, thanks, Mike.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
So when we went into Heat Wave, we weren't as excited, and that blew away our expectations. So I went in this with low expectations, thinking, all right, maybe that'll happen again. It did not. It's a fine show. I would give it. It
certainly didn't blow away my expectations.
It certainly blew.
I think it was a
You're
good
right
show
about
in a
that.
vacuum. In a vacuum, a lot of these matches are entertaining. I think the tag team match was really strong. Wesley and Zachary Wentz was good. I think Obafemi is awesome. Roxanne Perez and Jay Parker had a good match. Main event was fine. Ethan Page does not do it for me. I think Joe Hendry, if he wins, this pay-per-view is taken to another level. I'm giving this a 6 out of 10. Best moment, Julia showing up, by far.
Gulia.
I wish they did something with that.
Be a man and call her name. It's Gulia.
This women's division, by the way, is going to be fucking insane, because you already got Julia, you got Stephanie Vacker coming in, and Jordan Grace probably sooner or later is going to sign with WWE. I don't know if she goes NXT or right to the main roster, but damn.
Yeah, I mean, because right now I think I think fucking Shawn Michaels is picking people by booty, not by in-ring skills. That's my problem.
Well, I know he's still developing a lot of talent that way.
Yeah,
is
that what you call it? Is that what he was doing with Sonny?
Actually, they do call it that.
He was developing Sonny with his talent, right? Disgusting. All right, guys, it is time for us to move on from the poop show that was WWE. We're going to sandwich that poop in with two amazing pay-per-views. All In was amazing. All Out's going to be even
I don't think
better.
I don't think you know how sandwiches work.
Poop sandwiches, brother. Good shit on the outside, poop in the middle. Guess what? That's a poop sandwich. You know what I mean? That's how that works. All Out is going to be awesome. We're going to do a full preview and predictions here. I want to hear your guys' opinions. So everybody get your D'Lo Brown, D'Lo bread, as we talk about. D'Lo Brown heads
Can I say something real quick?
Loosen him up. I'm not done shaking it out. Crack your sternum. I got a bit here. Go ahead, Mike.
If they keep the card like this, don't add a single other thing, they got a chance to have a good show.
Well, I think what you're going to get is around five more matches.
Well, then
Sorry about that. No, fuck that. That's so. You're honestly being quite stupid right now, and you know I'm used to it, but I don't have to like
being correct.
No, I don't think so. Bryan Danielson versus Jack Perry, AEW World Championship, dude. Yo, I'm sitting here wondering, Bryan Danielson, he won the title. I knew it wasn't going to be a long run. I just didn't know it was going to be this short. You know what I mean?
What a huge wet shit in the pants this match is. Unbelievable.
Well, first off, you're going to be eating crow when this match is fucking 5.25 stars.
Well, he got a good match out of Bray Wyatt, so.
Yeah, and Bray Wyatt was incredible, and it was his beginning of his ascension into being a.
When I think of who I want Bryan Danielson to face on his fucking retirement tour, the last name that comes to mind is Jack Perry.
I mean, I think Jack Perry should win. I know that it seems like a short run, but he's a transitional champion. Mick didn't need it for long. I think this would be a great place for fucking Jack Perry, the heel magnet.
So you want the final match of Bryan Danielson's full-time in-ring career to be against Jack Perry and losing?
No, I don't think it would be the end of it. I think it would reinvigorate him. I think that's
it will be the end
line.
of his full-time career.
No, I disagree.
It would send him into a deep depression,
Yeah,
but
that would force him back in.
I agree with Donnie in the sense that if you really want to push Jack Perry, if you're so dedicated
Why would
to
you
him,
want to do that?
Because he's awesome.
But they have
stop
been
your
doing it
bullshit
the whole
hate for
year.
a second.
So if that's what you want to do, the biggest way to put him over is to have him beat Bryan Danielson. We all thought he was going to have to retire if he lost to Swerve Strickland. And fucking less than 2 weeks later, here he is losing to Jack Perry. You know, Jack Perry beat the fuck out of him.
Let's go.
Like, that's how you put him over.
Let's go.
But
The biggest way to push anyone who
Let's
sucks that you want to
go.
push for reasons unbeknownst to me
They
is to have
like
them
Jack
beat your
Perry.
biggest star. Right?
Yeah, they like Jack. So keep his fucking name out of your mouth, dude, because he's good. He's really good.
He's not.
terrible. But if that's how you want, if you want to push him, this is the way to do it.
I
Because
don't
they-
think
No.
I don't think he's winning this
No.
match. I don't think he should win this match under any circumstances. He should never sniff a fucking world title because he sucks.
You're so jealous,
And I don't think this
dude.
match should be happening at all because this is a waste of Bryan Danielson for the time that you have him.
You're
The
so
reason
jealous.
they're doing this, the entire reason they're doing this, is because the pay-per-view's in Chicago, and they can have another reason to try to fucking leech off CM Punk's relevance and try to attribute it to this guy when it fucking has nothing to do with anything.
Is it leeching off AEW's
Yes.
relevance every time Punk mentions his fucking run there or hints at it or
No, because he
says a
doesn't
little
do
subtle-
that. So
Oh, he does. He says it all. Look, I got fans on this side of the camera. He says shit all
he
the
doesn't
time.
say that.
This motherfucker literally said it on television. What are you even talking about? But you're gonna pretend that didn't happen?
What are you saying? That
okay,
AEW
cool.
doesn't have fans?
No, what I'm saying is that AEW, CM
like
Punk can mention AEW, but AEW uses
He
CM
doesn't
Punk's
mention
name.
AEW. The
Yeah,
only time
yeah,
he
he
mentioned
does.
AEW
He sure
was when he
does.
did an interview with Ariel Helwani, and he asked some questions about it.
He takes subtle jabs all the time, and we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to lean into the CM Punk chance. What's
WWE's
the
not
big deal?
building. They're not trying to build CM Punk's storyline based off shit that happened in AEW.
Well, guess what?
The entire
AEW.
existence of Jack Perry's character is about how he got his ass beat backstage by CM
No,
Punk.
it's about how he stood up to CM
and
Punk, and
everybody
CM Punk was a
chants
pussy
CM
about
Punk
it.
and like, this is good. This is real. He's
It's great. It is real.
No, it's
Guess
not.
what? They're chanting that
fucking
name at him.
irrelevant. He's a bum.
No,
He's
yeah,
a bum.
This is what you keep yelling, but it doesn't matter how hard you yell it. It's not true. People, when
It
they
is
see
true.
him, they have a visceral reaction, dude. Whether
No,
you
they
like
don't.
it or not, they
react
love.
about CM Punk.
Guess what? Because of his interaction with Jack Perry, that's a 50-50 thing, big man. He's getting that reaction. They love that
want
shit. Mm-hmm.
CM Punk. They don't want this fucking loser. They're wishing they had CM Punk versus Bryan Danielson in the main
Jack
event of the show.
Perry.
But they fucking ran him out of the company, and now he's a draw in the biggest company in the world.
Yeah, well, guess what? It's still making Jack Perry a bigger star. So I got Jack
No,
Perry
it's not.
I got Jack Perry winning here. AEW World Champion Jack Perry. Let me get it. BJ?
I said, I think if you want to push Jack Perry, they should just have him beat Bryan Danielson. I don't think they'll do it, though. I don't think
they
Tony
should
has...
be trying to push him. He will not win.
Yeah,
Bryan Danielson will win.
That's silly. Silliness. Will Ospreay versus Pac. Pac. But listen, I'm
Match
gonna go.
of the night.
I'm gonna go on a limb here. I'm gonna say Will actually will defend here successfully,
Oh,
but
you
I'm
think
gonna
so?
say
Real.
banger. I'm just
This
gonna
is
say it
gonna
out
be
loud,
nice.
banger.
I can't wait for this.
And I think Ricochet comes out.
Ospreay will win.
Yeah.
Hopefully he sells.
Well, easy.
I hope we
Mercedes,
watch
for
that
the
Gunther Randy Orton match.
Mercedes Moné versus Hikaru Shida. AEW TBS Championship. Mike, I'm gonna thrill you here. I think Shida beats Monet with a little bit of
No.
fucking fumblerooskies with fucking Camille, because I think Mercedes Moné is going to be moving on into the world title scene sooner rather than later.
Wait, do you already think they're gonna break up Mercedes and Camille?
No, I mean, Diesel and Shawn Michaels had miscommunications before, months and months before there was actually a breakup. It just happened.
I certainly don't think Mercedes is moving into the women's championship match anytime in the near future because Mercedes is a heel, Mariah May is a heel.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Just one
matter
title.
in AEW.
It's highly unlikely. I think you couldn't be more off base with this. I'm looking forward to this match because she finally has
good.
somebody up to her skill level that she can have a great match
Well,
with.
they already had a great match.
Yeah, I know. Which is why it's kind of weird to me that they're going back to it.
Because it was so great.
So they did
Everybody
that
loved it.
match.
Because
They did that
Tony
match, then
Khan
Mercedes
gives the
was
fans what
great.
they want.
Now they're back to this. But I think Mercedes just wins again.
BJ?
Mercedes wins, LOL. But she should win here anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Steel cage match, Swerve Strickland versus Hangman Page.
Mm.
Love me some history. I love Prince Nana's angry swerve when you drive. He's so mad about it. He's doing it still because he's professional, but he's mad about it. And these guys have
Could you imagine that's your job?
The guys, yeah, seriously, I would love it.
Like all you do is that dance. You
Mm-hmm.
don't actually contribute anything else to the character or anything else.
No, he's a good talker. What are you
He
talking
doesn't
about?
really talk that much though.
Yeah, but he talks enough. It's like when like Paul Heyman was with CM Punk.
Oh no, well that's
No,
totally
it's not.
different.
Come
Come on now.
But yes, I think this match is going to be awesome, and I think
Yeah.
that Swerve wins, or we get
Yeah.
some sort of cluster. This could be a fuck finish. This could be a fuck finish.
I mean, I think it's
Finish.
this is a. I'm looking forward to this match. I think this would be fun.
Yeah.
This is a tough one to book though, because do you want Swerve losing within 2 weeks of each other back to back when he was just your world champion?
Mhm.
Probably not. Do you want Hangman Page losing like a 37th consecutive match to Swerve?
Mm.
Probably not.
But I think that's better for Hangman's character right now.
To
Yeah,
lose
Driving
again.
further
Well, 'cause
into
he's
the
going
sense
nuts.
of madness.
Yeah, he's going nuts. He's beating the shit out of everybody backstage and shit. He is going nuts, and you do need a big win at some point though. And I mean, the match is gonna be a banger, but again, it's hard to pick. But I gotta go Swerve because he just lost the title.
Right. I would have Swerve win probably, given the two options, just because I feel like if he lost the title and then he loses again, then you're getting into a dangerous territory where you're going to maybe make him a little bit irrelevant, which you don't want to do because this guy got over huge as champion.
Yeah, and I heard his contract was bad for wrestling because WWE doesn't like paying its talents full price.
Yeah, we'll talk about that lie after you leave.
Well, I don't think it's a lie. I think it's the kind of ridiculousness that WWE kind of portrays out there. Jesse Ventura
Okay,
was
Dave.
right. Hulk Hogan's a coward for not backing the union. MJF versus...
Who's got a union in AEW?
I mean, anybody who wants one.
Really?
I don't think
Yeah, Big Show is part of a union.
Yeah, that's right, dude.
The union.
The union, yes. MJF versus Daniel Garcia. Make these cheeks clap. I'm here for this shit, dude. This is going to be a banger. Mike Chiari hates Daniel Garcia, and I don't get it. MJF is going to win this match, but Daniel Garcia is going to look awesome.
I don't get why people try to say that Daniel Garcia is like going to be a huge star. I really don't. He's fine in the ring.
If he was in NXT,
decent technical
you'd
wrestler.
be jerking it. You'd be jerking the gherkin.
Buddy, can I tell you something? And you know this to be true. Before he
do
ever
I?
sniffed AEW, I told you, this guy who they're trying to say is good, who's going to like fucking Bola and shit, this guy is not good. I saw it firsthand.
I remember you
I bet
saying
on
that.
this bandwagon.
He was the Red Death, and you're like, he's
The Red
boring.
Death.
And then
He
you
had the
say,
worst fucking rap of all time to the ring, and he went from being a big baby face to being booed in his hometown because the rap was so bad.
well, I mean, rap's bad in general. So
I just don't
What?
get I just
Sorry.
don't get the hype.
Sorry,
him.
dude.
I do get the hype
Eminem
with
is
MJF.
mid.
I get the hype with. Are you like West Texas rednecks in WCW? Rap is crap.
Rap is crap. Hell yeah, dude. Say that shit all the time, man.
I forgot that's part of your new gimmick.
What, a
MJF.
freedom fighter?
Yeah, MJF's fucking awesome. He should absolutely win this match. Same principle with Swerve. You don't want this guy losing back-to-back pay-per-views within the matter of 2 weeks, especially to a guy who's not very good. So I would have MJF win.
A lot of
Yeah,
ignorance in here.
Daniel Garcia screwed him over. So everyone, so I think MJF will win.
Yeah, I think that's, you got to pay him back, right? Then, or you could do, you bring Edge back here.
Oh, really?
If his leg's not a coward about it. Okay. Chicago Street Fight, Willow Nightingale, Chris Statlander. Who you got to check out, boy?
Looking forward to this match too.
I
like
love Willow.
both Willow and Chris quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Willow's looking for revenge, but I feel like, this would be the first really huge win for Statlander, like after turning heel, and I think that's very important to have. Whereas Willow, she's a beloved babyface. You can have her lose, she can bounce back, fight back from that, so I'd have Statlander win.
I think Stat and Stokely won the tag team match last pay-per-view, so I think we
Irrelevant pre-show.
We flip and reverse it here. I think Willow wins.
Nobody saw it.
Interesting.
I did.
No, you didn't.
I did. I gave it 3.25 stars.
Okay, Dave.
Can we real quick, BJ, can you do me a big favor?
Did BG pick the match?
Hold
I'll
on,
pick
BJ.
Statlander.
real quick. Give me the star ratings for All In. We need to talk about
I
it
didn't
real
even see these.
quick. Okay, let's talk about it real quick because this is very important. Because, Mike, this is going to prove a couple things to you that I need you to understand.
That
So, BJ,
Dave hates women.
that is very important because that will
So-
Dave, when it comes to most things wrestling, he and I are like peas in a pot. We are
That's not a good
a
thing.
heartbeat so close it sounds like one. Okay?
It's not a good thing.
But when it comes to Goyles, this guy's got an antiquated way of looking at him that I can't fucking get behind, dude.
Him and Cornette.
Yeah, okay, who?
That's him and Cornette.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, there's a lack of respect there. But can you give me some ratings? Just give me some
Sure.
big ratings.
You just want me to read them off?
I want Mike's genuine reaction to them.
Okay.
All right. The London ladder match was 4.5.
Okay.
Mariah
I
May
mean, that's
versus-
not one of the greatest matches of all time. But
It's
if
a
you
4.5.
say so.
It's as good as the fucking Undertaker and Shawn Michaels.
Gotcha. Okay.
Mariah May versus Toni Storm, 3 3/4.
3.75. Mike, it got 2.5 more than most girl matches.
There's no way that's. See, that's the thing. Like,
Mm-hmm.
to all of us watching that, I think we would all say, like, that's at least a 4-star match. That we all picked that as our match of the night.
I would say
for,
that's
for,
a 4-star match.
for me, that
Yeah.
was more than that. That's one of my favorite Goyle matches ever.
It's upsetting that you're doing that.
No, because it's my buddy with a speech impediment. He says Burrow Goyle, and and now it says no Goyles allowed on the thing. It's all right.
Hook versus Chris Jericho was 3 stars, which I think was a
That's
little high
fair.
for that.
A little
think that's
high, I
fair.
agree.
No, I
That's
think
like a 2.5.
Nah, 2.5. It's 2.5. It's fair. It's totally fair.
The triple threat tag team title match was 4 1/4,
Get the fuck out
which
of
is
here.
way too high.
No,
That's
a great,
3-star match.
That's a great match, dude.
100%.
That
That's
is
a
so.
3-star
Look at
match.
the bias. Your bias is showing.
The Casino Gauntlet match, 4.5.
That was great.
What
Christian
the
winning.
fuck?
That was great.
I agree it was a fun match, but that's
Fun
not
match.
a 4.5-star match.
I mean,
Four tops.
to an ignorant person, you might be right, but to Dave, you're wrong.
that's fine.
I'm just waiting for how far over 5 Osprey got this time.
Well, that
Joke's
was
on
a
you.
5-star.
Joke's on you, idiot. It only got
Yeah, it
5
was only
stars.
5.
It only got 5
Oh,
stars.
sorry, only 5.
It only got 5
You know what?
stars.
That means it fucking sucked.
No,
by Dave's
no,
numbers.
no. It just means there's a better show on the card.
Oh, God.
I would say that's a 4-star match.
No, that was definitely a 5.25 for
Got it.
being
Well,
real. on
we're
the
not
show.
there yet.
Mhm.
Mercedes versus Britt Baker, 2.5.
Ooh.
See, I
Dave-
think Mike could probably
Dave?
do that. I think that's like a 3-star match.
I think it's a 3-star match too.
Dave being a little bit too fair on that one.
Yeah, look at the tone change. You're like, that fits my agenda.
So here's one I really think is off base as well. Jack Perry versus Darby Allin, the coffin match, 2 3/4.
What?
And so
I
I
would've
think
given
it's
it-
I think it's a
I
3-star.
give it like 3 1/4
Yeah, it's definitely. I would have given it a 4. What did Undertaker and Shawn Michaels get?
for that.
And your main event, Bryan Danielson versus Rory Strickland, 5 1/4.
5 1/4, Mike. 5.25. One of the greatest
What
matches
did,
of all time.
What Daniel Bryan versus Triple H at WrestleMania 30 get?
I think that's 4 1/4.
Yeah, 4 1/4.
That to me was undoubtedly a better match than this. Which
I
again, this was a
disagree.
great match.
I
Let me
disagree.
double check.
I disagree. I think this was more important than that
4
WrestleMania.
1/4.
opener. Yeah.
4 1/4.
This was
That was
more-
a better match to me. This just
it's
proves
more-
Dave's bias because like for the entirety of Daniel Bryan's career, even when he was in ROH and then into WWE, Dave refused to give 5 stars to a Daniel Bryan match when he was widely considered one of the greatest in-ring workers of all time. The fucking second this dude's feet hit an AEW canvas, he's had like 15 5-star plus matches of the past like 3 years.
It
Like,
shows
come on,
that,
brother.
it shows how he's elevated his game in the big
That's not-
leagues.
Elevated his game.
Come on, dude. He elevated his game in the big leagues,
He's
dude.
more
It's
mature.
just an embarrassment.
It is. It's embarrassing that you guys fucking WWE let him go, man. They try to pretend his
let
brain
him
was
go.
broken.
They wanted him to stay.
They said they're like your brain's broke. You can't wrestle. He's like, no.
Daniel Bryan wanted some 5-star matches. He knew if he went to Dave's favorite company, he'd get them.
Yeah. Well, guess what? He was right. He was right.
There you go.
He was right.
Actually, the reason D-Bry left was so he could bleed.
Yeah,
Very sad.
pretty much. Now he could bleed if he was in WWE.
That's true. Well, I'm glad we did Dave's fucking star ratings for no reason.
It's not for no reason. Let's listen. Let's do Patreon shout-outs. Mike, you start because he's your friend the most.
You're talking about George Cruz? Okay, I'm not even looking at that thing, but I knew from that. He's not nice to me a lot of the time.
Well, maybe it's you.
I
Is it
think
because-
it's because of you, actually.
I don't
You let him up on
actually. I actually don't victim blame, but Mike, I'm starting to think you're to blame.
Is it because after Florida State lost, I called them fucking sucks university?
Oh, shit! Oh,
Wait,
was
which
real
one
mad
was
about
that
that.
after?
That's
Which one was
wild.
The
man.
first one. First one. Now they got 2.
That's honestly wild. Okay, all right, good stuff. Now we got Vincent Emerson, who's one of my best friends in the entire world. Great man.
Because he doesn't talk to you?
No, he does talk to me, and he
Oh, he
talks
does
to me
talk
with
to you?
respect, unlike you, who offers
That's
me
all
no
good.
respect. Do you
Not
respect me?
deserved.
Say
It's
it.
earned.
Say you respect me.
Earn it.
BJ, would you like to take the next one?
Alice Pandolfi. We heard from him for like the first
came
time.
on the show.
Here. Yeah.
And as a matter of fact, he's going to be
Could
doing
have sent us that audio?
Among Us. What's that? What's that?
The fantasy draft.
Oh, the video of it's already posted on
The video.
Patreon.
Oh, okay.
You
nice.
didn't see it? Look at it. Look,
I-
check the
I
video
didn't
out real
look.
quick. It's got
No,
everything
thanks.
handled.
I'm good.
Okay. But the best part,
I
it
just
has
wanted
like
to know it was there.
it's got the draft board and stuff behind it, presenter mode, and a picture of me in the corner. It's actually like,
Oh, that's pretty cool.
yeah, it's a little bit fun. It kind of looks like
Well,
shit
I'll never
because I
see it, but it's
saved
pretty
it
cool.
at a fucking shitty rate. But I was like, the file was too big, and I was like, sorry, it's too big.
Oh.
It's what it
Gotcha.
is. Jim Del Chapo, who's very old. I was actually speaking to him today because I whooped his ass in fantasy baseball, and he took a break from his yachting to fucking say how he hates daily fantasy sports because he doesn't pay attention enough. And I told him how Daddy's money wasn't going to save him this time. So he really liked that. He thought that
Daily
was fun.
fantasy is not even about paying attention. It's like so much luck involved with
Yes,
that.
it is.
I don't enjoy it.
Fantasy baseball is fun though because I like caring about baseball. Speaking of caring about things, Reggie Gill cares about food a lot because he's always
I do too.
consuming it. 'Cause
Oh,
he's-
yeah.
but you consume it at a normal rate where your body is only like semi looking like shit. His totally looks like shit, dude. He's like giving up
Yeah,
on
true.
life.
You're a fucking
He's an
asshole.
awesome guy, and I love when he fucking claps back at you because he deserves it.
Hey, he can almost talk shit on me through all the ham he's got in his mouth.
Dude.
Andrew Skeens, who's golf pro. If you're into golf, let's say you
I love
like golf,
Skeeter.
and you're
Let's
like,
say
hey,
you like golf.
let's say you like golf, and you do golf, golf.
Hypothetically.
Let's say your swing sucks balls, okay? He will make your swing suck less. So please, I mean it. He's good at that. So Andrew Skeens will help you.
Give him your money for golf.
Give him your money
Yeah.
for golf. He'll do it
Yeah.
virtually
Give him your
too.
golf money.
He'll be like,
And maybe other things.
I'll be like, listen, I'm over here. Yes, I may be 6 states away, but I can tell your backswing is sharp and soft. You got to stiffen up. He'll say things like that, and you'll be like, damn, you're tough but fair. George Sparrows, who's very nice. Prefer his wife to him. She's infinitely cooler, and every time we call, she's far.
He's
more
depressed to
entertaining.
be on the show.
Yeah, and then she's not. She's like, you guys are so funny and cute. And she says that. I don't know.
I don't think that ever
That's what
She
happened.
didn't say that.
I don't think
That's
that
what she
ever
said.
happened.
She said, "You want my pasta?" Because she was cooking pasta all this time. She's like, "I hate my husband."
You want pasta?
She said, "I hate my husband." AJ Troyer,
Dude.
Burns' younger brother, a little taller though. He's around 3'7", which is cool. I
3'7".
put him in my pocket.
Why are you trolling?
Why am I trolling? Don't
all
talk
he does.
about
He doesn't
mid-
know how to
don't
act
talk
normal.
about midgets like that, dude. You can't talk about midgets that way.
You're not really supposed to say that word.
You can't talk
Dude,
about
what is happening?
Dante Yeager bombs, dude. He's a good man. He's very nice. Kevin the Real Deal Creel.
Love Dante.
Yeah, Dante's
Looking at the
he's
real
going to be
deal.
doing Among Us this week, which is great. Momo, good to see Momo involved.
I know, Momo.
Oh, Mo.
Refuses to talk to us in any capacity, just hands us secret money and leaves us alone.
Can't
Smart.
blame him.
Yeah, smart, honestly.
We have a transactional relationship.
We give him the
Do you-
funnies, he gives us the monies.
Do you
That's how
think
that
he
works.
still listens?
That's a really good one. Why have we not said that before? We give you the funnies,
Because
you
nobody
give us
really,
the monies, dude.
nobody
It's
really
fucking
gives us
dumb.
the monies.
And you're not
And
funny.
we're not funnies. Vic and Kate Damalagian, one of the fucking longest fans we've ever had. He's got to wear he's got stilts.
Mike, do you know how to pronounce his middle name?
Vic and K. Down
K.
Yeah.
K.
K.
Got it. And Vince Demore, who we have on retainer in case we are accused of anything
Because you're
scandalous.
sued.
Patreon.
We've made it this far. Knock on wood.
Yeah, no, it's good. Yo, lucky for us, no one cares about us.
But no one listens. We have 3 views on YouTube. But go to patreon.com.
Well, that's
/Ring.
YouTube.
patreon.com/ringrustradio. If you actually listen to us, you can go there and get the ad-free version of our podcast. You get early access to upcoming retros such as Ricky Stenicki and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows. Most importantly, you can sign up for next week's bracket. That's Tuesday, September 10th, 6 p.m. Eastern. We're going to determine the best wrestler who's never won the WWE Championship.
Yeah, everybody cried. You guys don't talk enough about wrestling. Well, guess what?
But then we do talk about wrestling, and they get mad that it's like not about what happened yesterday on fucking AEW Dark.
I don't like when you guys provide me evergreen content that allows you to have time off with your families. I prefer you to slave over this fucking dumb podcast 52 weeks a year. Hey, guess what? We love you guys, and we want to take time. We love our family, too. We want to take time to be with them. So what we do is we take time out of our schedules to say, hey, let's produce some evergreen content that we can play anytime so people can be like, hey, I know they're fucking in Bermuda in shorts, but the fucking I still listen to them talk about malt beverages. Like, it's fine. We can have
We're
both.
not doing any less work, by the way. In many ways, we're doing
work.
more.
Yes.
Just consolidated into less days.
I like how I've turned both of you against the fans. This is wonderful. Like, it used to be
Well,
like,
that's
listen.
I don't see it necessarily because I'm not on Facebook, but assuming that this does happen,
It does happen.
that's the one thing that kind of pisses me off.
It's more because I think those are better episodes than what we typically
Right.
do.
Yeah, because
If I
we
was
hate
listening to a
wrestling.
podcast, I would
The
rather
top 10 lists
listen
are
to
very fun.
I would rather listen to old wrestling that I really enjoyed than like current wrestling. It's like there's a lot of good stuff, but like I can just watch it and form my own opinions.
Yeah. Oh, you don't do that. That's good. Don't do that. Don't you dare formulate your own opinions, dude.
Sorry,
It runs contrary to what
Yeah, we
your
have
party
to tell
believes.
them their opinions.
my bad.
Yeah, that's the Democrat way of doing things.
Oh my god.
Dude.
Let's move on.
Strangeness in the latest report. You gotta call Dirt Sheet Buster. Egregious lies, anonymously sourced. You gotta call Dirt Sheet Buster. Scoop, 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 scoop. No lies, no retraction. Scoop, 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 scoop. Per a source that's interesting to know.
Alright guys, it's time for the best segment of the show, Dirt Sheet Busters. It's just me, Mike Chiari, and my good friend, Brandon Galvin. No Donald Wood to speak of, because he can't handle the truth.
He's a bitch.
You said it. I'm agreeing with it. This first one is from WrestleVotes. They had quite a week this past week. They're doing their best Meltz impression, I would say.
Oof.
Which is
I
not
don't
a
want
good
to do
thing.
that. Yeah.
WWE is excited about someone who it presumably just paid a lot of money to. Can you believe that?
I can believe that, actually.
Could
I
you
think that's
believe
spot
that
on here.
if a company maybe, let's say, okay, they paid a lot of money to somebody, they legitimately think they're going to be good. That's probably why they paid the money to the person. Or they paid the money to the person, and then maybe they have buyer's remorse, but publicly they're not going to say that. Either way.
Yeah, that's true.
But many within WWE, especially on the production side, are fired up. Fired up podcast.
Woo! Pew, pew.
For Joe Tessitore's debut tonight on Raw.
Oh, I wish he was more fired up for it.
I mean, he was pretty good. Consider the other options that we've had in the past.
That's true.
He'll work closely with Michael Cole in the early stages, with Cole being a strong supporter of Tessitore. Per all the new people that come in, that is always said they're going to work with Michael Cole. We know that, obviously.
It's not like his job.
Yeah, exactly. But, yeah, fired up for Joe Tessitore's debut. No fucking shit. They've been, like, promoting his debut. So, I wouldn't think that they're like, oh, they're really dreading it. Or else...
You know, I thought you were going to talk about Julia. So that was a surprise to me before you mentioned there.
Oh,
I think they're
fired up
excited
for
both of them.
Julia's debut.
Yeah.
I wish that was a report. It wouldn't surprise me if it was somewhere, but I never saw it. This next one's from Fightful Select. AEW is happy with someone who it presumably just paid a lot of money to. Do you believe that?
Well, they're only happy, they're not excited?
No, they're just happy.
Wow.
Just happy.
Alright. I guess that makes sense.
Fightful Select reports that people within AEW were very pleased with Daniel Garcia's performances at AEW All In and Dynamite this week. However, there hasn't been any update on his current status regarding his contract. For our sake, hopefully he is re-signed.
Mm-hmm.
For his own sake, too, you know?
I would assume that he's resigned if
Me
he's
too.
there.
Very pleased with his performances at All In and Dynamite. What was his performance at All In?
He showed up.
He showed up and took his mask off.
Yeah.
Very pleased with it.
It's funny. I thought this was going to be about Ricochet. So I'm getting caught by surprise left and right.
There you go.
No wonder why they're only happy and not excited. Because it was Daniel Garcia, not Ricochet.
After I watched a Daniel Garcia promo, I'm never excited. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
They're pleased, though.
Good for them.
Says a lot about the state of the company, I guess, but, you know. This is from Wrestling Observer Newsletter. Meltz makes up more bullshit in an effort to paint WWE in a bad light. His favorite pastime.
Yeah, I believe this. I don't care what you say now, I believe this.
This is a big one going around the past week. According to Dave Meltzer in the Wrestling Observer Newsletter, Swerve Strickland's new AEW deal is considered one of the biggest contracts in pro wrestling. Here's a quote. Considered or it is, by the way.
Huh, yeah, that's a good point. That's a difference.
Swerve
now,
Strickland...
it's one of the biggest contracts in history, then.
Does he have that information, or is he just... Who considers it? Swerve Strickland's new AEW deal is believed to be among the biggest deals in pro wrestling, and said to be in the same pay range as Kazuchika Okada and Mercedes Moné. WWE feel that Swerve's new high-paying AEW contract is bad for the business, as it is so far over what WWE would perceive the market value to be.
Market value is only what someone will pay you. So
right, his market value is what AEW gave him.
Yeah. How would they know what he's making?
No idea. It's just funny. He puts this out there. Okay, there's no way to prove or disprove this.
Yeah.
There's zero way to prove or disprove it. Does somebody who he knows works for WWE say this to him in confidence? Certainly possible, but does this one person saying that means the entirety of WWE believes Swerve is fucking overpaid and doesn't deserve to be getting this money and it's bad for the business? Did one person say that that's their own opinion? Yeah,
because I bet if you go to the WWE locker room and they see what he's making, a lot of them are going to be like, good for him.
I'm sure they'll all be thrilled because they're like, because maybe some of them are like, hey, I think I'm as good as Swerve. I can make this kind of money. So you certainly are going to see wrestlers complaining about that.
Yeah.
I don't think Triple H is talking to Meltz and complaining about this, or Nick Khan, or anybody of real consequence in the company. Maybe one of these fucking sources who gives them shit information half the time said this. But that doesn't mean WWE thinks it's bad for business. It means this person thinks it's bad for business.
Yeah.
Which, that's not how it was framed whatsoever. It was framed as WWE in its entirety thinks that this is bad for business. And all that does is it charges up this hatefulness online, because it's already this divide between WWE and AEW. People will see this, and instead of really thinking critically and being and breaking it down like we are right now, they're just like, oh my god, I don't believe it, or I do believe it. WWE, they're pieces of shit. They don't want fucking workers to get paid. They're anti-workers' rights and all this shit, and they jump to these conclusions. It's like, well, Meltz, he didn't tell you who said it, why they said it, what context they said it in, and we're just gonna run with it like that? This is his whole deal. It's been his deal for a long time to paint WWE in a bad light.
Yep, he's a piece of shit.
Yep, no doubt about that. We've been saying that for over a decade.
I've been saying it for 25 years.
Yeah, as soon as I really knew about him, I've been saying it. Remember for the honorary Dirt Sheet Buster of the Week?
Hell yeah.
It's Ricky Starks, future WWE superstar, Ricky Starks.
Oh, he hasn't resigned yet?
I would doubt it. Soon to be WWE superstar if his contract's up anytime soon.
Gotcha, okay.
So this one, there's a couple this week where I had to go back at least a month, if not more.
Oh, wow.
To disprove some things.
I'll tell you, that's more journalism than Meltz has done lately.
I was thinking that myself. So let's start with this from Meltz, from back in May, okay?
Whoa, alright.
The Wrestling Observer newsletter reports that there were plans at one point to bring Ricky Starks back to TV and turn him babyface. The story would have been for Big Bill to turn on Starks, starting a feud between the two. Instead, the team split off-screen, and Bill is now working with Chris Jericho. Here's the important part. It was reportedly Starks' decision not to move forward with the babyface turn. So, in that moment, I can tell you what happened. Meltz, sensing that Ricky Starks probably wants to go with his buddy Cody Rhodes, probably wants to go to WWE. Let me run a smear campaign here.
I see what you're saying.
He does it all the time. So the other day on Twitter, there's been a lot of discourse about Ricky Starks lately, and the people who are doing it in bad faith, they're basically like, the dumb thing I've been seeing is like, oh, look at what Swerve said in like an interview. And Swerve said like, oh, I told Tony Khan, you need me on Rampage, you need me in a Collision, you need me to do this, you need me to do that, I'm going to do it. Everybody's like, this is the mindset you got to have to be a top guy. And then you got Ricky Starks who's refusing to do anything. Like, they know anything about the backstage politics or anything in AEW. But somebody tweeted something to that effect about Ricky Starks not wanting to play ball or whatever. Ricky Starks responds to this person on Twitter. Enough is enough. Usually I don't even speak on this, but it's tired. I never turn down anything ever. Just stop. Meltz told us he did back in May. Ricky Starks said he never turned down anything. There you go.
Interesting.
Yep. It really is interesting.
I mean, who do you even believe, Mike? Who would you believe? Would you believe the person who's involved in it all, or would you believe Dave Meltzer?
I'll always
tell.
Start with believing the person that's involved in it. And that's not to say that sometimes people who are involved in something, they don't have a reason to lie or whatever, but with this, it's like, if he really did turn shit down, why would he even feel the need to speak on it on social media, you know? Like, it's just,
I don't understand why it's so bad if he says that he doesn't want to turn babyface if he's a great heel.
Right, that's not even necessarily a bad thing. This is stuff that happens in pro wrestling. But
I mean, it's a creative process. That's what happens in creative processes.
And I'll say this: probably the same people that are saying like, "Oh, Ricky Starks is a piece of shit. He didn't want to play ball," were applauding Sasha and Naomi for walking out of WWE. Like, it's the same situation.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Whatever. This is from Fightful Select. I was told Pat McAfee wasn't going anywhere once college football season started.
I was confused about this because I remember that as well.
Yeah. This is from July. I kept this one in the old Rolodex also.
In the holster.
Yep. Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful Select clarified the situation on the Backstage Report podcast, noting that there will be no changes to McAfee's schedule for WWE Raw. Here's the quote.
Wow.
I've been told as of now nothing is changing. His obligations will be likely prepping on Friday and doing the stuff on Saturday, but then Monday he is still able to travel in and do the show, Sapp stated. So for people that are not aware, Pat McAfee does College Game Day for college football pregame show on Saturdays. Meltz had actually been the one that first reported he's not going to be, with WWE during College Game Day during the college football season. That was the case last season. And this season, but things were a little bit different because now he's on Raw. Last season he was on SmackDown. So it's like, well, it would be possible to do on Raw.
Yeah, we assumed he'd be on Raw.
You and I kind of speculated like he would still be able to do that. But Sean Ross Sapp flat out comes out and said that is what's going to happen. He is going to continue on Raw. And then not long after that comes out he's not going to be on Raw. He's going to be focusing on College Game Day on his podcast. And now you've got Joe Tessitore and Wade Barrett, and you've got Mike Cole and Corey Graves.
Yeah, but you see, Mike, you missed a little key detail on what Sean Ross Sapp reported there. It says, as of now.
As of now. I did notice that, and that is, he's always got an out, just like Meltz always has an out. Just like
very smart. He's learning. He is learning.
Yep. And I'm sure, I don't know if anybody's called him out on this. I'm sure if they did, he fucking whined and cried.
They just say, as of that moment, that's what I was told.
Right, exactly.
I would just do that in every report, as of this moment.
As of the second I'm writing this.
Yeah, that way you can just, hey, listen.
Plans change. Plans change. You ready for the coup de grace?
Hell yeah, double time.
WrestleVotes and Fightful.
Whoa.
Yep.
Combo.
The WWE Performance Center is headed to Las Vegas.
Wow.
Sick!
Oh, whoa, okay.
Yep.
A little whiplash there.
Some reports suggested that WWE is moving the Performance Center to Las Vegas, but an update dismisses the rumors. On August 27th, WrestleVotes reported that, according to a source, President and COO of TKO, Mark Shapiro, held an all-employee meeting at WWE headquarters, where it was revealed that the WWE Performance Center would be moving to Las Vegas in the near future. Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer then tweeted that Las Vegas would be a developmental location, and it may be, and I quote, replacing Orlando or in addition. Update. Like we're on Unsolved Mysteries.
That seems very strange that they would do it in addition.
It absolutely does. Well, I don't know. It's all very strange because you have so many wrestlers that are based in that area in Florida.
Yeah, but also, I mean, you're going to have a head trainer and, right, Matt Bloom, Shawn Michaels going to be there. They can't be in two places at one time.
Right. Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful Select then reported that, per WWE sources, the claim of the Performance Center moving to Las Vegas was false.
Huh?
Sapp cites one source who said that the aforementioned meeting did not happen.
Oh, it didn't even happen anymore.
Unless another was held. Oh, there's the out.
Okay, there we
Plus, other sources said that Shapiro did not make an announcement about a move to Las Vegas. No sources at the Performance Center had heard of any such move. Meltzer then noted that those in WWE said that Shapiro talked about the growth of Las Vegas as a sports market in recent years, and that WWE should have a presence, rather than saying that developmental was moving there. By the way, how did Meltzer get to this? Because right before, he was telling us that Las Vegas would be a developmental location, that it may be replacing Orlando or in addition. And now he's saying that Shapiro was talking about the sports market in Las Vegas and not saying developmental was moving there. Which is it?
Huh. It's very confusing. I don't see why they would move developmental to Vegas when you're in Florida. Get tax write-offs.
Right. I mean,
all that shit.
I understand wanting to be a big deal in Vegas, but the Performance Center there doesn't make a lot of sense to me, again, because you have so many wrestlers already based there in Florida, both that are in NXT and have gone to the main roster, and you have the PC available to everybody anytime they want to come and train and stuff.
I would be stunned if they move. I know this is all bullshit, but I would be stunned if they move the Performance Center to Vegas, because in Florida you are a short distance to the headquarters in Connecticut. You're a short distance to New York, which is a huge market. They go to ESPN a ton. I just don't understand why they would do that. So,
yeah, and that's a good point, because you're having to fly cross country to go from headquarters to Vegas. Makes no sense to me. WrestleVote's been getting a lot of shit wrong lately. We talked about it last week with the whole big night for Andrade, and that was totally wrong. So I don't know. I think whoever their source was, because they have somebody, and they get some stuff right, and they know like ahead of time some stuff that's going to happen on SmackDown and whatnot, but they've been getting fed some bad information lately to the point where now there's other people saying this meeting did not even occur.
Crazy.
It's a bad look, WrestleVote's Donald Wood. BG, how do you think we did? Ooh, I'm coming back soon. Alright, we're just going to go into it, alright?
Yep.
We're going 5, 4, 3. BG, are you happy to hear my voice?
Oh, yeah.
That means Donald Wood is still not here, but we're going to move on without him because that's what we do. We care about the listeners. We care about our friends. We're going to talk about fantasy standings. Right? WWE Season 38 Fantasy. We just had the first pay-per-views of the season. Bash in Berlin and No Mercy. So there was a bunch of roster moves made. And it's a big fantasy scoring update. We're going to Survivor Series, don't forget, so we still got time. But a tie for last place, 15th with -20, George Cruz and Skeeter. One person who's mean to me all the time, and one person who's very nice to me all the time.
Yeah.
Quite a dichotomy. George is the one that's mean to me, if it wasn't clear.
Absolutely, every day.
And 14th with -10, Leon CK still struggling after winning the championship last season.
Wow. Shame.
And 13th with 0, Mongo. It's not a case of him not having anybody wrestle. He did have people wrestle.
Oh, okay.
They just canceled out. But, in 12th with 2.5, Jim Del Chapo, the man who showed up after the draft occurred
That's
and
crazy.
picked 5 people randomly, is doing better than 4 people right now. Pretty good.
Wow.
Pretty impressive. Not too impressive in 11th with 5 is Donald Wood. He sucks.
Donnie blows. I hate him.
Yep. In 10th with 7.5, Alex Pandolfi. I think Donnie drafted for him.
I think so. Yeah, he does. He gets the list.
A 3-way tie for 7th, a Minaj with 10 points. Chris Jeter, Derek Lee, and Big Money Mike.
Wow, what a 3-way.
Yep, loving it. Loving it. In 6th with 20, it's you, BG. A little bit of a fall off from last time.
Yeah, I don't care anymore.
Jada Parker losing on pay-per-view.
That was such bullshit. I didn't want her in the match to begin with.
That's the worst. Is like when you have somebody and they win like a big match, you're like, yeah, and then the reality sets in, and like, oh fuck, they're gonna go lose the pay-per-view.
I was like, oh, maybe she can get there's like a DQ.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yep. In fifth with 22.5, Reggie Gill, an awesome guy.
Yeah, I like Reggie.
Tie for third with 25, George Sparrows and Everson Godfrey.
Wow, that's a good little combo.
Two more awesome guys, although George Sparrows does not seem to be happy when he speaks to us a lot of the time.
I understand because it's Donnie that's calling him.
That's true.
And
I don't think it's us.
Yeah.
I don't think it's us. And second with 30, James Dick.
That's a lot of points.
Hell of a performance for him. In first with 40.
I picked that team.
Did you? Nice.
Yeah.
Good job. In first with 40, Stephanie Kordick. I picked that team.
Good job, Mike.
In a lot of ways, you could say that we're in first and second place.
There you go. I'll take it.
It's becoming a trend that I'm picking better for other people than myself.
Yeah.
But, it is what it is.
You're
BG,
so good. That's what happens.
We're going to move on to emails, because I'm not waiting around for this fucking guy to show back up.
Fuck Donnie.
This is going to be better with just you and I anyways.
Absolutely.
All right. It's ringrustradio@yahoo.com. Send us your emails every single week. We'll read them on the show, but send it to patreon.com/ringrustradio. Guaranteed to read at least one of your emails every single month. This first one's from Matt Bowers of Pain. Subject, Wrestling Rivals. Hey there, Ring Rust folks. I was thinking about wrestling rivals that never had a match at WrestleMania. Thought it would be fun for you guys to make a card with wrestling rivals who have never faced each other at WrestleMania. I agree. Have fun, and as always, Ring Rust!
Ring Rust?
From Matt Bowers. I'm actually glad it's just you and I doing this, because I know we put the work into doing the answer.
Mike, I spent at least an hour doing this.
So
there were so many possibilities, there were so many permutations. Then I'm starting to think of ones, and nope, they had some type of interaction at WrestleMania, can't use anymore. So I was all thrown off for a lot of things. I probably spent
a good 4 or 5 hours doing podcast work yesterday, which, by the way, people act like we don't care, we don't work hard on this show.
Yeah.
That's my day off from my regular job. I'm spending all this time on this.
Yep.
But yeah, so, all right. Do you want to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Yeah.
And basically, we discussed this ahead of time. So you asked me, and I, at first, I was like, because my first thing was Shawn Michaels and Triple H. I'm like, no.
Right, exactly.
They had a triple threat with Benoit. I'm going to do it. They couldn't have faced each other in any way at WrestleMania.
Okay, and I followed lead.
Okay.
All right, now I have a whole bunch. I'll also read some that I had cut, because I have a card of 10.
Okay.
So, first
I did
up,
12, because I couldn't cut a couple.
I totally get it. Tommaso Ciampa versus Johnny Gargano.
I like it.
RVD versus Jeff Hardy in a ladder match.
Okay.
Roman Reigns versus Sami Zayn.
That's on my card.
Hell yeah. John Cena versus Edge.
Okay.
Kurt Angle versus AJ Styles.
Wait, did John Cena and Edge not face each other in a triple threat before?
Did they?
I think they did. Because I was going to add that, and then
there
I
it
think
is.
I looked it up.
Fucking cut it then.
Yep.
That was probably during a time I wasn't watching
It was, yeah.
wrestling. Alright, Kurt Angle versus AJ Styles.
Nice.
Submission match, Daniel Bryan versus CM Punk.
Okay, yep.
The Rock versus Brock Lesnar.
Yep.
Stone Cold versus Triple H in a street fight.
That is on my card.
Hell yeah. And then the main event is a Hell in a Cell match. Part deux, Mike. The Undertaker versus Mankind.
That is on my card as well.
Hell yeah. So I'm going to read something that I cut.
Okay.
Edge versus Eddie Guerrero.
Okay, yep.
Brock versus D-Bry was one of mine initially, but then I changed it at the end. And I had that in a steel cage match.
That'd be sweet.
The Rock versus CM Punk. I was a big fan of that feud.
I liked it too. The promos were great.
Pros are amazing. Stone Cold versus The Undertaker.
Yeah. I actually thought about that one, but I thought Stone Cold versus Triple H was so far and away when that should have happened.
I agree. Another one that I believe should have happened a month later. Kurt Angle versus The Undertaker. This is part of my original card. Their match at No Way Out in 2006 was incredible, but then I switched it. I really wanted Mankind in the card and everything, so I had switched it up.
Another Taker one, by the way, Taker and Brett would have been great for us.
I had thought about that as well, because I didn't have Brett, I didn't have Shawn on my list. Listen, you could have had Ric Flair and Ricky Steamboat on this card to appease Donnie, but you know what? He's not here, so fuck Donnie. So what do you got?
Alright, I got Edge versus Christian.
So, I looked into that. They were in Money in the Bank together.
All right, fuck that then. Technically that is the rule that we set. Although Money in the Bank is very different from like a regular match, I guess. But that's fine. Shawn Michaels versus Randy Orton. Now, they had a little bit of a feud. It's not during a time I was watching. It's not considered like a top feud for HBK, but like I have to have HBK on this card, right? And he pretty much faced every major.
I know,
person
that was the thing that I ran into. Yep.
But that would be a fucking killer match. Shawn Michaels versus Randy Orton. Legion of Doom versus Demolition. They had a little feud, but never at WrestleMania. Got a couple women's matches on mine too.
This is tough for me because
it is tough.
All the ones
Lita and
that I
Trish
really couldn't do. I totally forgot about that WrestleMania X8 triple threat. So I originally had it on there, and then I looked into it, had to cut it.
Couldn't do any of the four horsewomen against each other.
Exactly. There was too many that I was like, Bailey and Bianca. I thought about doing that. They were in the Battle Royal.
Oh, okay. I'm not counting. Battle Royal, I think, is totally different thing. So I got Bianca and Bailey on here.
Oh, all right.
And I got Asuka versus Becky on here.
Oh, they never interacted at WrestleMania. Interesting.
Had to get Bret Hart on the card. I could have done Bret versus the British Bulldog, which is cool, but I'll do Hart Foundation versus British Bulldogs because they had some fucking awesome matches. I wanted to get a tag team match on here.
Yeah, I debated that also.
They had some fucking awesome matches. None of them ever faced each other at WrestleMania. Then we got Roman Reigns versus Sami Zayn, as you previously mentioned.
Hell yeah.
Brock Lesnar versus Eddie Guerrero.
I thought about that. Awesome.
Hulk Hogan versus Ric Flair. Now, this is one that was originally supposed to be the main event of WrestleMania 8. Then, for whatever reason, they switched it up. Went to Flair, Macho Man. Went to Hogan, Sid, R.I.P. But I guess because this wasn't getting the desired reactions or whatever on house shows, to me, that's fucking stupid.
Yeah,
they
I
really
did
dropped
read
the
that.
ball. They dropped the ball.
Pretty weird. But honestly, I think getting Savage and Flair is really cool.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think that probably was a better match than Hogan and Flair would have been, but the spectacle of Hogan versus Flair I feel like was kind of a missed opportunity. And then my top three, Kurt Angle versus The Rock.
Yep.
The Undertaker versus Mankind, Hell in a Cell, as you said.
Yep.
No holds barred, Stone Cold versus Triple H.
Hell yeah. Love it.
Yep.
There are some similar ones. Very interesting because of all the possibilities, we still ended up with some similarities.
I feel like there's a few that were like glaring that, you have to put on there, but then there's a lot like I said, like when we kind of looked at this and were like taking out of the equation guys that were like triple threats or fatal forward against each other, it got tough.
Yeah. So one that I forgot to mention, The Rock and The Undertaker. I thought about that as well.
Taker definitely has, I mean, because he was around for so long, but there's quite a few you could have done with them. To me, it was like him and Mankind. It was like one of his biggest feuds ever.
Absolutely.
Never got it at WrestleMania. I mean, we could be done, or do you want to do another email, BG?
No.
I could read it.
Oh, okay.
Quick one.
Fine.
Donnie sent it late, so it's not included in the schedule, but
okay.
Can have a quick little discussion, I figure, before we go.
Let's do it.
It's from Dan Marsh. Subject is Yawn in Berlin. Guys.
Oh, okay.
I can normally put up with a lot of mediocre shit, but I turned off the glorified house show in the middle of the mixed tag team. Fuck. The only thing I cared about is wanting Cody to lose. I don't disagree with that.
I mean, yeah, but you know he wasn't going to lose.
Maybe I need a break, but I'm very disappointed. Long live Ring Rust. Thanks, Dan Marsh. Dan is the one who thank you again, Dan, for
emailing. Thanks for supporting
in your email.
We disagree.
He was the one that sent recently about how every WrestleMania after like 14 or something like that sucked, and we had the conversation about how 17 and 19 were great.
Yeah, what the fuck?
So I think Dan might have a little bit of different taste than we do, which is okay.
Yeah, that's crazy opinions.
I thought this was a very fun show.
Yeah, it was a house show that we expected, but I think it was one of the best shows of the year.
Yeah, I mean, the main event was fucking spectacular.
Yeah.
Cody and KO was great. Punk and McIntyre was great. Like, I don't know. I don't know what more you could really want of a 5-match card on, and again, yeah, it's like a house show type of thing. You know that nothing big's going to happen in terms of title changes, but how they do these types of pay-per-views now, having in international markets and make it exciting and make it different, hell of a lot better than what we used to get, which would be like, it'd be fucking, I don't know, some random shit, fatal 4-way or something in Peoria, Illinois, and nobody gives a shit about anything that happens. Like, this is at least more fun than that.
Yeah, I agree.
So, I don't know. You know what? I think
Hey.
Bad Blood's gonna be better than this even. So.
Oh, absolutely.
You might enjoy it, Dan. Keep hang in there.
Hang in there, Dan.
All right, that's it. I thoroughly enjoyed the last half hour or so of the show.
Hell yeah.
How about you, BG?
So much better. I fucking hate Donnie so much. I wish he would retire.
If we're lucky, we won't be hearing from him again next week, but we'll see. But thanks everybody for tuning in. Thanks for sticking with us. We'll see y'all next week.